And this is the wrap-up for the live market open for December 14th, Fed Day. Everything, it's lots of tension towards the Fed, hardly any movements in markets. That's left, right, and center. So apart from that, let's talk quickly about the Fed in this wrap-up. We expect, if we conclude everything is about 2017, we're going to get a rate hike today. The Fed is unlikely to change its predictions. That's the baseline scenario. Going to really wait and see for Trump. The keywords are data dependent, and that could allow some profit taking on the dollar. That means a slightly weaker US dollar, especially against the euro and the yen, which have weakened recently. If we have other events, the scenarios are an upbeat Federal Reserve, looking at bond markets, looking at the potential fiscal stimulus, and seeing the glass half full of the US economy. We could see the US dollar rise, especially against currencies that have strengthened recently, the British pound and the Canadian dollar. If they're downbeat, if they're their dovish selves, and something we can't rule out, we could see the US dollar falling, especially against the Japanese yen, which is a safe haven currency. I don't expect a change in the dot plot because that will be a big move, and the Fed does not want to rock the boat too much. But watch for the tone. Are they more optimistic, more pessimistic? Changes in growth forecasts and hints about implementation. Remember that last time the Fed they said in the dot plot that they'll raise rates 4 times. And in reality, we're going to have only one single lonely rate hike today. Okay, so that's the big event, big focus of a wrap-up. Other things that happened in markets worth mentioning in a wrap-up is the ECB went dovish, weakens the euro. On the other hand, OPEC went bullish. Oil prices are higher, and the Canadian dollar drags along. Politics dominate the British pound. What does Brexit mean? When Theresa May says Brexit means Brexit, that's the big question, and that moves markets quite a lot. Okay, let's take a quick look at the charts. Euro dollar currently not much changed on the day, 106.15. Levels to watch here, 106.60, 107.10 to the downside, 105.70 and 105.20. We could have big swings after the Fed. Pound dollar lines to watch, 127.90 and 125.30. Dollar yen, 116, very strong line of resistance, 113.80 support. Let's see if we have wild moves in dollar yen, perhaps the most sensitive currency to the Fed, to the US events, to US events in general. Dollar CAD, 131 and 130 lines to watch, 132.65 and 133.80 to the top side. Not much going on with Aussie dollar hugging the 75 line. Anyway, 73.75 and 75.80 are lines to watch. And the Kiwi, where did it go? Here we are, 72 at the moment. 72.65 and 71 are the big lines. Okay, let's just talk quickly in this wrap-up about other Feds, which are other events, which are not the Fed. So we have today UK jobs report, still a big move for the pound. Let's see if we peaked in UK employment, retail sales in the US. Always a big event today, a bit overshadowed, but I think we'll still have a long-term impact. And once again, I invite you to join us for our live coverage. It begins at 6:45 GMT. And of course, we'll cover the decision, analyze it, and the press conference by Yellen. And that's, of course, the big event. And tomorrow, watch out for more echoes for this event. Okay. Yeah, thank you, Mauricio, for posting the link to the event. I'll also plug my own preview for the Fed on forexcrunch.com. A long preview with even more details about the various scenarios for today's event and more background, everything you need to know.